Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are again. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of March. And this time 3 years ago, I was thinking, should we or shouldn't we go on Facebook and do some lives? And how does that work? And what do I do with it? And where do I go? And oh, goodness me, so many hassles and stresses thinking, is this going to happen? What we're going to do? And look at us, 3 years on, here we are. So that was the day before, and we were chatting about it and thinking, shall we do it? And what's this lockdown all about? And then before you know it, here we are, 3 years on. So, hi everyone, lovely to have you with me again. Thank you for this. And you can see that this is yesterday's tile that we did, this little bit here. So today I'm going to be doing another section of it. I'm going to do this section here. Remember yesterday where we got 1, 2, 3 lines? We did do this with our circle frame. So if you've managed to catch up or you're sketching, that's fine. Don't need the frame. You can just sketch away. It's absolutely fine, no problem. But I'm going to work on this one today. So what I've done, I've made myself a little template. Look. So I can cover up the 3 other sides if I need to. Or I can just fold it and I can cover up half of it. Because we don't need to see everything there. Oh yeah, Sam, it doesn't matter where you came in or where you started. It's entirely your thing, but it doesn't matter. The fact that you're here now makes it all the better. So, okay, are we ready then? I've got my regular pen, pencil tortillon, all that kind of thing. And I've also got my little coloured pens here. So I've got my brush markers, I've got my blue and purple, because I thought that would work quite nicely with here. Just bring a little bit of colour in. So, okay, let's make a start, shall we? And the first things first, I'm going to come in with, let's have a look. I'm going to come in with the dark blue, with my blue sort of fine liner. And let's go a little bit bigger there. Okay. So, all right, first things first. Now, I do have a bit of a plan that I'm looking at. So I just want to be sure that I'm following the right bit. Okay, are we ready? And of course you can do this in whatever colour you like. This might be a separate tile to this. It really doesn't matter. So hi everybody, lovely to have you. Okay, shall we have a look then? So I'm going to start on these little rows first. And yesterday we did this little loop shape. So I'm going to repeat that here. And come on in with my blue pen. There's my first one. Now when I say repeat, I'm only going to repeat this first shape. Okay, so I'm putting that bit in there. And then this one here. And as you can see here, I know with the one that we did yesterday, I halved it. But here it's like a full shape, isn't it? So I'm going to come in and just do that half. Okay, so I've got that kind of section going on there, and then bringing in my purple fine liner. I'm going to be swapping between the two here, and what I want to do is I'm going to mark a point, and the same as yesterday, I'm going to do it all this way first. Look, that sort of pointy shape that we had going on yesterday. So same down there and there, and just sort of follow it round. Oh, now this one I'm not going to do it because that's sort of on another tile, so I'm going to leave it there. But that's what I want to be doing, that one. So that looks good, doesn't it? So I'm going to come in. I'm going to stick with my purple. There we go, and just sort of put some lines and dots down the middle. And now you can do it as straight, or you can actually sort of direct them all into the middle, like that. The trick is to not start the same at the top. You want that kind of randomness going on with it. Okay, so, oh Sue, no! We've had a few dogs eating stencils in a little bit. I don't know why. Oh no, that's a nightmare. We actually brought Benji a new toy yesterday, but he's frightened of it. Racky the raccoon. I think maybe because I introduced him and he wasn't interested, so I got the raccoon to eat a bit of his food. Not really, but I did. And then when Benji came to sort of have a sniff around and want his food back, I squeaked it at him, so I'm not quite sure if they're friends yet. He has brought it upstairs and hidden it a few times, well away from his food bowl. Oh, I don't know. It's my own fault. Okay. Just think though, this time 3 years ago, I didn't have Benji. No, I couldn't have done. No, I didn't. Did I? Well, maybe I did. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Maybe, yes, I did. But he was a puppy. Gosh, it's amazing to think what has happened and what hasn't happened in all that time. There you go. So, all right, let's have a look at where we're at. So that's the sort of design we've got so far. I'm going to completely ignore this bit here and just work on this corner. So if I've got my little template working, look, there you go. This is the part of the tile I'm working on today, that bit. Okay. All right. So I'm sticking with these sort of coloured pens. I'm going to come back with my blue and let's have a look at this. Do I need those lines anymore? No, not really. Although I do this one, don't I? Yes, I do. Let's look at that first then. Okay. So let's have a look what we've got going on here, because this has got to be a repeat of this. I'm not going to use my black though. So bringing it in then, what did we do? We'd got this going on, hadn't we? Let's bring that in there. So we've got a bit of a point going on there. Like so. And then the other way, which I'm going to turn it round and do. Nearly confused myself then. Because you see that one's got all of the shape in there. You see? So that's that bit done. And then we went from here to here with a big curve. Okay. And then we sort of followed this line here, didn't we, to put this first loop in. And then around. You see that goes all the way down to there. And then it came across to this bit. And we filled in all of those little bits with ink there. Okay, that was exactly what we did yesterday. And then looking at it, you see we brought this little curve in here to there. So we've got that shape. And then this one, we split into two and put little curves in. So we can then fill in that shape there. Okay. So then we did have those little shapes there. And then this we left. And then here, look, we've got this sort of part shaping. So again, I'm going to swap pens there. And I'm going to take the whole, all that purple in and across to create that follow on. Again, you don't have to. You can use all a black pen for this. I thought it'd be nice to include a bit of colour. Oh, Nicola. Oh, so sorry about that. I hope you're not suffering too much. I hope it's mild form. Okay. And then you see here we've got this bit in. I think what have I got? I do have my rubber. I'll just rub that bit out there. And then put that line in. Okay. And then of course across here we can finish this bit now. We go with that. Remember? And then across here. So again, just because I'm now using sort of water-based, I'm going to, don't need to worry about that bit there. Rub out the pencil lines as I'm going because I don't want to do that later. And put those loops in. Okay, little lines and dots. Let's go a bit bigger so you can see it now. Oh, Nicola, I hope you're better soon. Okay, and just as before. fill in those gaps. And go from there. So again, because I've got this on here, I'm going to put it on there as well. So there's that one. All right, let's have a little look at that then. You see how it sort of follows round. So this is now our quarter we're working on. So if I sort of do that, there you go. That's the quarter we're working on. All right. So here, I'm not going to put these in. I'm going to leave it until maybe I've got the other bit to it tomorrow, and then we can fill that bit in. But for now, that's absolutely fine. And what I'm going to do again is I'm going to remove those lines now because we don't need them. We're not going to follow those lines anymore. Don't need them. Get rid. Oh, see? So what we're going to be doing now then, if we're getting rid of all these lines, okay. So again, I'm going to sort of switch my pens. I've got my blue in hand now and keeping it sort of like that just so you can see where I'm at with it. I'm going to come in maybe sort of middle and I'm going to put in a bit of a wavy line. Okay. Doesn't matter where I've started, but I have come from the middle of one of those shapes there and then coming up a little bit. I'm going to do another. It's going to sort of come to a point and they're going to join. Okay. Let's come in and have a little look at that then. Okay, so that's that bit. So little aura inside, and I'm going to go sort of as far up as I can, and I'm going to keep it quite close all the way down and all the way down this side too. Okay, see, I've got a little bit there, so let's just put little dots in just to sort of finish it off there. And then inside here, I'm going to come in with my other pen and I'm going to put some crosses in there. See, I'm not started right at the top. I can come and do that one in a bit. Just in a place where I could do a reasonably sized one. And they're going to get bigger and bigger. Now you might want to be sort of a bit clever with this and do the V like a zigzag first, but I encourage you to do each cross individually. I think you'll get a better shape. So we've got that. Okay. So coming up one of the sides here, I'm gonna let's have a look from here. I'm gonna come in with a little loop like that. Oh, Sam, did you? That's okay if it's the way you work. It's all going to be a bit different. But I don't think I'm quite that predictable. No, it's fun. You need to send me a picture of what you've done now. So I'm working my way up the side, putting these little loops in. Sort of not too big, but working my way up. You see, take your time with them. Just, you know, enjoy that shape. Get to the top, I can put one at the top like that. And then I'm going to come down and do them at the bottom and work my way up again. Yeah, so don't rush them, don't try and keep up. Just sort of enjoy that process and keep it going. And, you see where they sort of similar size. I'm not saying they're all the same. As I get to the top, look, another one. So we've got that little shape there. That's quite nice, isn't it? Let's have a look at it together. All right. So where we've got some gaps in the middle of these, and again, I'm going to come in with my blue this time, and I'm going to create another row of them and fill in the gaps. Let me go in a bit bigger now so you can see it. Okay. See, sort of in the gap. So you're getting sort of a random edge, but again, doesn't matter. They're not too big. I don't want to go crazy big. But I'm going to get some shapes in there. One at the top. And then coming back to the bottom. I'm just going to fill that bit in. See, it's going behind that one. You see how it just sort of follows its way around. Here we go. Just sort of find your little gaps. They don't have to be very big. It just gives it that extra little space there. Okay, that's nice, isn't it? A bit fluffy, like loops. So where you've got these little crosses, I'm going to stick with my blue pen, and I'm going to put like a little square where each one crosses over if I can. So I'll do down the middle first, and then I'm going to come up to the side, do them there, and then to the sides here and there. Okay, let's have a little look at that. We've got our first shaping. So let's have a look at the next one then. And all right, I'm going to stick with the blue, and I want another one of these in here. So let's come sort of up and around this one. See, because I'm in a different colour pen, I'm going to have a line there. And then another one here. And then I'm not going to go into the other one, because imagine if you've only got that tile. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it there. And then I'm going to do that aura inside, just as before, keeping it quite close. Okay, so picking it up again there. All right. So while I've got that in mind, I'm going to bring one here, but I don't want them all in a sense separate as such. So I'm going to imagine it's coming from here, look, and it's going to come up, and then it's going to come down there. So they're all slightly different shapes, but that's absolutely fine too. And let's put in that little aura again. And keeping it quite close. And of course, if you get any space at the top, just put a couple of little dots in. They don't have to be too big. And then let's come in with that purple again. As I say, you can do whatever colour you like here. I just think it's quite nice to come in and add a bit of colour. And if you're brave enough, you could do this. Then you could spritz it with a bit of water. Because, of course, the black pen won't move. I'd have probably done it there before I shaded it. Yeah, the black won't move, but the coloured pens will. So that would be an interesting concept to see how that worked. All right. So, just as before then, let's put some of these loops in. Doesn't matter which side you start on, because we're going to do it on both. So, I'm going to work my way up and along. So it's almost going to be like a tile of two halves, isn't it? So you've got your black on one side, and you've got your coloured sort of lines on the other. And again, these pens didn't exist when I did that first tile. So let's think of how far we've come since then. Okay, see, all the way up. I'm going to do the same on this one. I think while I've got the purple in hand, I'm going to put this shape in. So again, doing each cross as it comes. Sam. I mean, if you've done it differently, it's not a problem. It really isn't. I just find I personally get a neater edge doing it that way. Or neater, or sort of a more square cross kind of shape. Or whatever works. Okay, here we go. So it's all very quiet downstairs today. Still working at home because I'm doing a little bit of design work. Ready for the 30th of March. So, yeah, they're all sleeping downstairs. So, I think they're shattered because their dog sitter Carol, Auntie Carol, I think she walked Benji to within an inch of his life. She does look after them well. They love her. Well, I think think they're shattered. Oh, yeah, it is nice, isn't it? They wake up a bit later. So you see here, I'm putting my extra row in. Oh, thank you, Nadia. They're it's looking lovely, isn't it? It's a nice contrast, having a bit of colour on one side. I think what I'm going to do then, I'm going to use my little paper template and just line it up over that. Oh, where was I? There we go. Yeah, over my shaded bit from yesterday, so I don't want to smudge it. It's nice adding these little loops. It looks kind of fluffy when you've got more than one row of them. It's nice. And then again, let's put those little squares in place. Again, they don't have to be squares. You can do dots if you like. Okay. So if you want to do your tile and then post it, you can do that each day if you want. Don't think you've got to wait till the end of the week before you do it. It might spur some people on, giving them a little bit of something to do. Oh, Charlotte, which way's my tile up? Let's have a look. Honestly, I might be doing it that way. But then also it looks quite nice from the side. I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's never got a right and a wrong way. But I think for what's sort of coming, what my plans are, I might go that way with it. So if that helps. I mean, you might change your mind part way through. You might think, do you know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. That's fine. But I'm just covering that bit up because I've shaded it. And I don't want to smudge it when I lean on it. So again, like putting those loops in. All at one side, then the other. And just sort of fitting in the middle. There we go. And then of course these little squares in again wherever you find that you've got a line that crosses. Let's get that in. Feels weird, doesn't it, now doing a tile on a Wednesday? But it is a special occasion. Tomorrow's the actual day. Well, I know, Charlotte. Honestly, I've been called worse. It's absolutely fine. Don't you worry about it. I've never been called Dandra before, though. All right, ready for the next bit. So I'm going to swap over pens again, just because I can. You can use what you like. And here we go. I'm going to start with sort of slightly further up, a little, let's have a look, a little sort of a triangle shape. All right. And then right underneath it, let's have a little loop with a square top. Okay. And then, so tomorrow, I think it's a definite eat cake, yeah. I would have suggested every day this week, but maybe not. Could you imagine? No, we can't eat cake every day of the week. So if you're going to do cake, tomorrow is the day. Because that will be exactly 3 years to the day. I can't remember what day was it. What day was the 23rd of March 3 years ago? Oh gosh. It is a long time, I know. It is a long time. All right, see we've got this sort of little daisy shape. Let's go in a little bit bigger. I'm going to put some little dots just on one side. And then let's put a little flick line out there. Okay. And then again, just so you can see where I'm taking this, it needs a bit of a stem. So let's have a look. I'm going to sort of follow it through. So if you look at where the shape is there, let's follow it through, and it's going to sit sort of behind there, isn't it? Okay. And then let's give it a bit of a leaf, loop, and a line in there. And let's do another one. That sort of size. It's going to hide behind that lot there. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sheila. It was a Monday. So I'm going to come in with my blue now, and I'm going to put another one of those little flowers in. So let's have it sort of facing And again, the middle one in first, and then one either side. See, it's a little bit thinner than the first one I drew. Oh, did you, Nadia? Goodness me. Yeah, you've changed since then. But do you know what? It's nice, isn't it, to go back and think, that's what I did. It makes it for quite a memory. So it doesn't matter what you drew the first one on. The fact that you drew it, I'm going to put another line in, makes all the difference, doesn't it? Let's put that one in there. Again, let's have a little looped leaf. And then maybe sort of up here, this one's going to go underneath and back down. Okay. Oh, I know, it's just, have we all gone back and looked at our first tiles? Just to sort of see what they were like. It's quite funny, isn't it, to see. Now I'm going to come down a bit. I'm going to come in here and have one further in. So it's going to hide behind there. Oh, Ree, how wrong you were with that then. I mean, since then we even do tiny tiles, don't we? So it's quite amazing. Think how far we've all come. You see, just have it sort of sitting in there, and then we've got another space there. So let's bring it up. Okay, so let's put one in there. Again, it starts with sort of that triangular shape. And then in. I wonder, has anybody gone back and done that first tile? Just to see what it looks like, if it's any different now. You're drawing it from like a fresh perspective. I think every tile looks different if you go back and redraw it, because you know what it's going to look like. You know the end result. Yeah. So it's worth looking at, isn't it? I mean, I've got a plan here, so I know what I'm drawing, but it's not the same exactly as what we've got here. Okay, look at that. Look at the little umbrella kind of flowers. Oh, sure, that'd be good. Yeah, you need to post it out. I've actually got my very first ever tile here. It was very, here we go, look. There's the first ever tile. So we did a few basic sort of shapes just to see where it was going to go. Yeah, a long time ago. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to stick with my purple just for a little while. And I'm going to put in something that we're all very familiar with, if you've done this before. Not quite a zinger, but here we go. Let's go a bit bigger so you can see. Okay, 2 little lines. And then I'm going to come around. Now let's just fill that side in and that side in. And then let's go around again, creating that little shape there. And then a slightly bigger one that way, look. And then let's follow it round, each one getting a little bit smaller than the last. Till the dots. Okay, let's have a look at that. I did quite a large one there, but we like them. Yours can be smaller. Let's put another one in. Round again. And then this time it's sort of a little bit more in the background. It's a little bit smaller. Okay. There we are. Oh, this one, Sheila, why? It's certainly quite a piece, isn't it? I think I'm going to swap them. I was wondering there what to do. I'm going to come in one by blue. And I'm going to do another one. Sort of bring it up over here. There you go. So it's sort of working its way around that shape. Okay. April. Yeah, that's interesting. Absolutely. But, yeah, that's a Paper Society box. Is yeah, it's got a few bits and pieces in, and a stencil in there that you won't have seen before, so to speak. It's yeah. To be honest, it's a little bit crazy because we did that quite a while ago, in a sense. Because a lot of my work, it comes out very quickly. Now here, it might go into there, but if it does, I'm not worried. Oh, Pat, it's with the Paper Craft Society. They do like a subscription box, and each month they feature a different designer. So some people do the subscription, have it every month, and some people can just buy the one box. And they've done a Sanntangle box. So yeah, so all it's I don't know if is it online? Anybody can see it yet? I don't know. Okay, so we've got those shapes. I mean, I have one, but it's at the office, and I'm never sure if I'm supposed to share it or not, or I don't know. But it is with the Paper Craft Society, so if they've put theirs online. Okay, so you see now I'm bringing some curves in and adding some little bobbles on the end. And then let's sort of add a few more in. Just sort of dot it around, different sizes. There we go. And you see, it was some of this what we could do, and it might be, I don't know, maybe on Friday when you've got all four together and you look at it, you might want to take some of this over here. Oh, April, thank you, that's lovely. I'll go over and I'll have a look at that in a little bit as well. So they are parts. There's a link there. Okay. All right. So again, I'm not going to go too far. I'm trying to keep it within a tile. So if this is the only tile you're doing, hang on a second. That's the kind of thing, there you go, that you would have. So you'd have sort of, it's a tile in its own right, isn't it? But if you were to put it with the other one, it's sort of, it's matching, and then it's sort of going a little bit freer kind of thing. So we've still got this piece here. Looks different in colour, doesn't it? It's quite nice. Oh, Deborah, that's good then. It's on Craft Stash. I just sit in my own little world, tangling away. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so let's bring a bit of pencil. Again, you could use coloured pencil for this. But again, I'm going to shade it because that's sort of our more noted method. And it's entirely up to you if you want to do, or you want to add a bit of colour. So here we go then. These little bits. Oh, Nadia, April's put a little link on the Sanntangle group page, so you'll be able to go and have a little look on there, if that helps. And then here, see, I did underneath, I sort of did there, didn't I? So let's repeat that around this. And then this one. And then here. Now, if you remember, I kept it quite fine because they're quite close together for that bit. And then loops, we did the bottom and the top, like that. Right. So then after that point, oh, let's just do that bit there. Shall we shade that first? I think we'll shade that first because this is sort of familiar to us because we did this yesterday. Okay. So you see, same as before, it doesn't matter if there's coloured pen or whatever I've used, it really doesn't matter. It's all shaded the same way. Okay, little curves in there, following the shape. Oh, I didn't put them in those, did I? It doesn't matter. I can come and do it now. So, you don't have to. You could have left them out. I'm just going to put them in now. There we go. So, oh look, I've got to work out now which is my purple, which is my blue, because I've put lids on the wrong ones. That'll teach me, won't it, for having lots of different colour pens out all at once. Okay, so next little bit then. I'll shade that in a bit. Let's come in with this section here, and you can either do it as one whole thing or you can shade each section. I think being that they're quite large pieces, I'm going to shade the whole sort of shape. So I'm going to come in and do those. See, I've gone in where I've put the tangle, not on that white line there. And same with this one. Put that in there. And the same with this one. See how it just wanders around. So we don't need to worry too much about those bits. And then these ones, because they're quite large, I can get in a bit on either side, just a bit down the stem. If you can't, then just do one side, that's fine. And our little flowers, I'm going to do both ends, like that. And I'm not going to do anything on the top because I put some pen in there, didn't I, with some little dots. I'll just do a little bit on the stem. So I'm not going to worry about that bit. Our little leaves, I'm just going to do the bottom there. And here you go, next section. So a little bit on the bottoms and tops if you can see them. And then there, because they're quite large, I'm going to do both sides. Again, another little flower there. And then we go, sort of adding that pencil. And then you see here a couple of stems, look. And then a little bit in there. Oh, didn't need that, that's two, I haven't got two stems there, only one. Okay, so I'm going to also put a little bit in there. And if I remember, yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, I didn't put any shading in there at all. Oh, very easy to catch up. It's going to be fabulous. This is going to be one of those that's, you know, we remember, I hope. I think we've done so well to achieve what we have, doing 3 years of these. And I know we started, didn't we, with 3 tiles a week in the sort of the height of lockdown. And then we went to 2 tiles a week. So to have kept this up for 3 years and every single tile is different, I think that's something to celebrate. And the fact that you've all joined in, doesn't matter where you were at the beginning and you started on that first one, or whether you've found us since, it doesn't matter. We're all a team. That's how I see it. We're all a team. And of course, I'll do tomorrow's, and then we have lovely Leslie Elf is going to do Friday's tile for us. Okay, you see my little shapes, little petals, just a little bit. Same with these. Okay, there we go. A little bit in here. I think actually I'm probably going to need a white pencil for that, with it being quite dark there because of the inkiness in the tile. A little bit on the stems. But let's have a look. Might be something I have to add a bit later. I'm actually working on in about a quarter of my craft room because my long on quilting machine's on the floor in bits and pieces. I do have a white pen, so let's bring it in for that one. That's okay. Let's just bring that in there. Okay, another one there, look. Oh. See, I was going to put it up this weekend, but Leslie and I are out for the weekend on a bit of a recce to Derbyshire on a course. So maybe John will set it up for me whilst I'm not here, or do I want him to? I don't know. All right, let's have a little look at this then. Okay, so here we go. first half of the tile done, so 2 days. So I know, Chris, it'll be put up and sorted. It really will. It's here. We were waiting for the wheels, which is why we didn't go any further, else it would have been. But okay. All right, there we are then. So you can see now you've got this lovely sort of shape following through. I think what I am going to do, just like I did yesterday, is let's just add a little bit more definition to those shapes at the bottom there. It just helps, because once you put quite a bit of graphite on, you lose a little bit of definition, and it's going to look a little bit different, of course, because I've used a different colour pen, but it's just nice to sort of give it its recognition, isn't it? There we go. So you see how that sort of works its way around, and then it changes into the colour, and then it goes a little bit crazy, which I think actually that's sort of been our 3-year cycle, hasn't it? We've tried to keep things structured, but it's not always that way. So there we go. There's number 2 done and sorted. So I really do hope you join in again tomorrow for the next section of it. And then, of course, on Friday, lovely Leslie Elf's going to take over, and she's going to do the last bit. But tomorrow is the actual anniversary. So, yes, cake is a must, whether it's cream cake, chocolate cake, gluten-free cake, whatever it is. It's going to be lovely. So, yeah, let's all join in tomorrow and make it a good one. But please post what you've done. Don't leave it till Friday, till it's all completed. You know, post it as it's now and it's on its way, and I think that would be really lovely for us to see. So, okay, have a look back at your old tiles and see if you can perhaps pick one out and have a go at it again. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow for section C. All right, so have a good one, everybody, and see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.